Hi, my name is Richard Barquist, and I'm gonna tell you a story. And I'm gonna start the story how it started. So, last year, my father gave me something rather unique, and let's go ahead and get started. So, check out this bad boy. Break action, single shot. Could put a 410 in there, could put a 45 in there. Came with an extra barrel. You could put a 22 long, single shot. This is a 1967 Contender. Badass motherfucking gun. Has little panthers on it, both sides. It's one hell of a fucking gun, and it's pretty good ass condition. He hands it to me. Actually, he calls me last year, and he's like, "Mijo, I need you to come pick something up. Yeah, come get it." Yeah, so we don't have that best relationship, especially during that time. So yeah, I went going ahead and just met with him. Hands me the gun in a box with the barrels and all, and not really much context into it other than it was your grandfather's. Okay, awesome, cool. Knowing my dad's a drunk, smoker, addict, kind of hard to believe him. Gives me no paperwork or anything with the gun, so I take it in my possession, store it away. Okay, awesome, cool. Not really much to go on. Kind of scared that the gun might be hot, so I don't think about it. I don't use it. I don't do anything with it. That was it. That was about it. Not really much context to that. Only until it's April 22nd today, so around mid-March, around a month and a half ago, he called me, and he's like, "Mijo, I'm getting all my stuff from your cousin's house. Everything's all trashed and everything. I'm picking up all that I can off of here. I need you to come so you can come sort through it, and yeah, it's all just his belongings." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." My dad's 55, 54, I think, but he looks older. He works as construction mechanic out here in the sun all day, and yeah, he just smoking, drinking all day. Drugs have taken a toll on him. He's pretty beat up. Same as his belongings, same as, they're just, looks like a mountain of trash, honestly. I show up that night. He's drunk, and he's just like, "This is what I brought from your cousin's house. Go through it, mijo." I think he believes that he's at his last days or something. I don't know. Maybe he's just in pain for too long. I don't know what it is. Decides to grab all this stuff and just basically lay it on my lap. So start sorting through stuff, and yeah, start reading letters, personal letters, all coming from Wisconsin. I'm like, what the heck, Wisconsin? I come from the desert up here down south. What the hell? Complete polar opposite of the fucking country. Why am I seeing all these letters from Wisconsin? Remember growing up, my dad used to tell me little stories and all that, how your grandpa was murdered. He was set up or some other BS, and drunk story after drunk story, no context, no proof of anything of whatever he's saying. Hard to believe a man when he doesn't have any proof. So I have all of his belongings now. All of his personal stuff that he thought was important throughout these 27 years. 27 years old, I'm barely finding out well, 26 at the time. I'm barely finding out all this like stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, let me start digging through the papers. Start slowly finding out that, whoa, okay, there was these family members up there that were trying to contact him after he had gone up there when he was 27 for the funeral of his dad, which is my grandpa. Start reading through the papers. Everything's trash, by the way. Smells disgusting. Not in the best of shape. But yeah, starting to poke at a little place. I'm just like, oh wow, this is real. This is my dad's side of the family, which I thought the family that raised him here where we live was his actual family. Turns out, no, they're all half brothers, half sisters. There's a whole nother chapter that I just was not aware of. Turns out I am Richard III. My dad's junior. I'm starting to find out who the original was. The original Richard. Start digging through his stuff. Start looking at stuff, and just question after question, all these cool things start popping up, and this is what I'm going to show you. Pocket knife. Nothing too crazy, other than it's fucking hand stamped, engraved, this fucking name. So I'm like, oh wow, well, that's definitely not my dad. This is actually his dad's stuff. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Alright, keep digging. I'm interested. Find pictures of him. Pretty cool. Bags and bags of Polaroids and all that. And I'm like, oh, okay, so he was a family man. Okay, this is cool. I'm starting to learn a little bit about my grandpa. What I now know is I had a grandpa, wow. Open a little bag, and through more pictures I find this. It's an old ass Kodak box. To my surprise, it's in a fucking box, like no one has touched these photos, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, cool. Jesus, if you could just see that. That's the first photo I see. I don't want to touch it. It's a picture of a helicopter dated November 67. It's a military helicopter. I mean, I went to school. I know all my little wars around the world, and I'm like, holy shit. Are these pictures taken in Vietnam? What? Start going through picture after picture, everything dated 65, 67, and I'm like, okay, cool. Boats, donkeys, ships, all these cool little pictures, man. Yeah, so cool, so unique, and I'm like, oh, okay. That's kind of weird. Wow. Was he in Vietnam? Was a man named exactly like me in Vietnam? What? Holy fuck. I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's a collector. I don't fucking know. I think that's pretty dope. I really don't see any pictures of, actual people on here other than, like, the area. That's cool. Start digging. Find this. Veterans of foreign wars. Life member. Cadott, Wisconsin. Holy shit. Okay, so there's letters in here and everything, you know. Barquist. Yeah. Never seen old ass military uniform wearing my last name. Wow. Ooh, that felt so crazy, you know. It's like, holy shit. This is hat. Okay, holy shit. What else is in here? Okay, this is a fucking big old slap to the face. I'm like, holy shit. Holy fuck. My grandfather was in Vietnam? God damn. That just blew my mind. Blew my fucking mind. Dad, how the fuck did you not tell me your dad served in Nam? Drugs, honestly. Wasn't the best, father. But, you know, wasn't the worst either, but question after question, I was just like, oh, well, you know, there's truth, you know, to what all the little babbles he was saying throughout my life. So I'm like, all right, seeing all these letters, well, the obituaries, and everything's all just dirty. So after finding, you know, some proof that, wow, there's a family out there looking for him, I decided to go through all the letters, trying to get in contact with any of them. Mind you, this is 27 years. 1995. So he died in 95. My dad went up there in 95. Not even a month later, he came back down and never looked back. I don't know why. I'm asking questions every day, like, why would he not go back? And I remember him telling me, like, he was chased out. He was warned. People up there, they wanted him dead for whatever reason. So he got his stuff up there, hightailed his way back down here, and kept the shit in storage for God knows how long. Well, yeah. Just, I don't know where the fuck. He moved like 30 fucking plus times. I don't fucking know. So now all this is in my possession. I'm curious. I start calling people. No answer, man. All the phone numbers that they once had are now gone. Used somewhere else. I'm hitting brick wall after brick wall. I have somewhat of names, but mind you, this is back in 95. No one had Facebook or anything back then, so a lot of these old folks that are now old, I can't contact them. Call and finally hit one, if not the final letter. This is a letter. Nice little religion. Look cool. Don't understand exactly what it means just now yet, but I open it. It says, please, Ricky, we've been trying to get in touch with you. This is your grandma. No. Your grandma came close to death this summer. Please call. Here's my number. Here's my son's number. Best wishes. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Call the first number. No dice, obviously. Decided to call the second number on here, and to my fucking surprise, it answers. Oh, God, it answers. Oh, Lord. First time I spoke to a family member from that side, from that area. He's in shock. He's just like, who's this? I'm like, Richard, the third. Wow. He's like, no shit. So you're Ricky's son. I'm like, so you know him? He's like, yeah, family. How is he? I'm like, oh, well, he's doing alright, I guess. Not that he's still alive, just living. I'm calling because I kind of want to know everything and all this stuff, and I found out that, I have a grandfather up there that, he died. That's all I know. I was wondering if you could put everything into context for me. He's like, yeah, I can. I'll call you back. Alright, cool. Awesome. Calls me back. Answer, it's a whole different other person. Like, hello? Well, it's another cousin. It's another family member. Hey, how you doing? Hey, nice to finally meet you, blah, 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 blah. Oh, chit-chat like crazy. It's like, holy crap. They were so excited. One cousin called the other cousin, and then they started like, wow, okay, look. Ricky's making contact. Man, they start spilling story after story. Oh, Lord. They just start giving me a whole fucking general idea of like what they know and what they saw. And Lord, how beautiful that moment was, just hearing just stories about a man that inspired them, that motivated them, that was a father figure to them, and he was my grandfather. Fucking A. Badass motherfucker. They start verifying all the stuff that I have in my possession. Start telling them I have the gun and his hat and his knife and all of his Polaroids and his photos, and they're like, yo, that's all it. I'm like, wow. Start going through more stuff, and this is where I find the holster to the pistol. Find the holster. Like, oh wow, what are the odds, man? Fits right in. Oh shit. Okay. Well, when it finally clicked was when I actually turned this motherfucker over. Holy crap. He has his initial on them. Stamped RCB. Stamped Junior. Probably a little bit later. It's for my dad. He was gonna give it to my dad, which he did give it to my dad. Or he ended up with it. Man, that was a crazy moment, man. That was a crazy ass moment. Okay. Now this is where I am. I have all these stuff, all these cool ass fucking things, and I'm just like, fuck, this guy was a badass. He was a man. Let me pause.